no emotes, but of course.
Oh, there we go. Cantina band
NIWI.
solo at the last second there.
We
Love
caught
to
it.
see.
We caught it on stream. Okay, let's try again here. I'm just assuming no one on NIWI side changed anything about their loadouts here, so we will have a look at NRN now, where we have Pixel in a standard TIE Bomber, we have Siren in the TIE Bomber, Spoonman in the Defender, Gunslinger, like I said before, in his double iron TIE Fighter, and half a ship in the Reaper. Let's see how it goes this time.
Oh, interesting. Seeing a couple dumbfires here from NIWI.
But Gunslinger did manage to take one of those dumbfires down. Oh, but gets dunked
and
here.
Autumn. Autumn with a quick pick on Pixel.
And Siren also in a lot of trouble here. Was that also Autumn?
That was Autumn on a bit of a spree right now.
I mean,
with 2 quick picks on their bombers too, that will really affect NRN's morale gain here.
Definitely. I mean, there's basically no morale coming in on their side right now, and we see Professor Autumn already going for her next target here. Meanwhile, Marine Baller tries his best to get those last few AI Barrisacs, also following the AI here, and there goes the flip in favor of NIWI. Let's see. Now it's of course up to Scott to get in there as quickly as possible and fire his Torp, and we see... Oh, his ion missile. I'm sorry, it's an ion missile. No Torps on NIWI's side here.
Oh, interesting. Had a bit of a support joust there for a second since it dispersed, but kind of interesting to see.
JC trying to get in here for marks. They're still on cooldown. There we go. Took them quite a while to get the shields down, but now the damage is coming in quickly. Marks are in, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. So
and Autumn goes down.
Oh, did you catch who that was? Let's see. NRN on the other hand is doing their best. Morale coming in very quickly from their side. Gunslinger here trying to get a pick on Barrisacs. Meanwhile, Spoonman tries to pressure JC here. And the bomber is of course farming. Is there still a raider up for NRN?
There is not. The raider has been burned, so they're going to have to farm it out from here. But it does look like NIWI did manage to get Charlie 2 out of phase.
Charlie is indeed out of phaseable as NRN gets the flip here to go on offense, and Gunslinger lining up his Torp here. A little bit low on health, but...
And there's the out of phase.
There's the out of phase, and the Torp... Oh, he did not fire his Torp actually, he just fired an ion missile. That's interesting. See, maybe... Oh, and the morale is coming in incredibly quick from NIWI. What are they doing?
That was a good pick there. Half a ship goes down. That will stall the offensive NRN there.
Especially with Gunslinger struggling to get the shields on his Torp. Did not hit, unfortunately, I think. Because the shields... Oh, there they go. But as the shields go down, NIWI has already flipped. That was an incredibly quick defense from NIWI's there.
Very well played. An excellent combination of the out of phase, a couple quick picks, and some very fast morale gain.
Definitely. I
That
mean,
is a textbook defense.
absolutely. And Professor Autumn is so incredibly deadly in that A-Wing. Trying to get a pick on Siren here, pressuring NRN's bombers. This is such a viable strat. I mean, looking back now, I kind of know why NIWI wanted NR.
Oh, and Barry Sack's in quite a bit of trouble from Spoonman here. Managed to recover from the dunk and get the resupply, but still under quite a bit of pressure.
Oh, and bonks into the cruiser, unfortunately. That's one Y-Wing down, but the X-Wing is still in doing some damage here. And of course, like, X-Wings do the damage much quicker, and having only one of them might be tricky, but NIWI is doing a great job here, getting Delta.
Marine in a spot of trouble here. Spoon putting in some very good PK pressure on the bombers here.
I think the Raider is still up for NRN, right? That's probably, if there would, yeah.
The Raider is down?
No, it's still up. I think the Raider just
there it is,
took
hiding
their
behind a whole
out-of-phase.
mess of planes.
So that's a very short offense on the Star Destroyer here for NIWI's. But of course,
interesting.
Yeah.
JC going down trying to get power, picked by Spoonman, but it's a tactic we're seeing more and more lately is people targeting power more than the shield generators.
I actually personally do not quite know what the thing is behind it, but usually it's the Flexes going for and the Flex and the OBJ going for the gens while the support goes for power. And that's like all systems down in one go if it works out, but unfortunately that was good defense there from NRN, managing to flip it. And now let's see if they can keep up with the damage. Those bombers trying to push as much damage in as they can, as the morale comes in slower, a lot slower this time from NIWI.
We got a pretty good dogfight here from Spoon and Autumn. We're having a pretty good go at each other.
Let me see.
Spoon switching to the Nebulon now.
But still having Autumn in his target, trying to stop her from harassing his bombers, but it does not work out well, unfortunately, with Pixel going down. And also Siren was in a little bit of trouble here, but did manage to get that resupply. Oh, and there goes half a ship. Support goes down. But this time they have the out of phase, and we see Siren, the bomber here, getting the out of phase and retreating rather quickly, while NIWI make their way up to the Star Destroyer.
NRN starting to make up some of that ground with some beautiful drifts and some attack runs on those Nebulons. Really nice to see.
Let's see if JC gets power this time. I think marks are out on the Star Destroyer, and here go the ion lasers onto power, and power goes down. But
got one shield generator down and one that's about to be dunked.
JC also going down here with power, so they're losing morale pretty quickly. What's NRN doing? We see Pixel farming here.
And the shields are down. Power's down too, and we start to see some weak spots get blasted. Doesn't look like anyone's positioning for an out of phase, so they might pull back and defend here.
Yeah, I think it's a little too high for an out of phase, but NIWIs do have time. I mean, NRN still has one cruiser to burn through, but of course the Empire damage is incredibly quick. Verisex's going down here, slowing down the morale for NIWIs, and they also don't have any out of phases to get. So let's see what Professor Autumn does, if she can get pigs on those bombers, trying to stop the damage coming in.
And the damage is pouring in on that nebula. We got 3 pilots on it all at the same time. Beautiful to see. NRN can still make this up. With a quick burn on this frigate and a quick takedown of the shield generators, they might be able to get something going here.
Oh, definitely. Even though, of course, NIWI still have their Raider up, so that is a lot of morale that they still have. And if they take the Raider down here, that's already the flip. There we go. Ooh. But it's actually half a ship going down here, I think. But Sam Soren still tries to get that shield gem, but unfortunately goes down. Also, Spoonman still in on the MC, but making his way out. More than half of NRN are down right now, so that gives NIWI pretty much.
That's a risky move, but looks like Night Witches are going to end out on the better side of that.
You see Ska getting some weak spots here, nicely orbiting around that Star Destroyer as it goes down to 15 health. And oh, Ska gets dunked here, but manages to escape, I think, while the damage keeps coming in.
Ska drifting for the life.
And those lasers from Professor Autumn here. And there goes the Star Destroyer, and the first game goes to Night Witches. Very well played.
And shout out to whoever fired that torpedo across the back of the screen there.
Okay, let's have a look at the scoreboard. Ska having 99k cap ship damage here, leading the board for NIWIs. Verisex with 65k, very nice damage here from them. Even the A-Wing getting some damage in here. Very good farm from Sam Soren and Pixel here. Also very nice damage that did end up being closer in the end than it looked like for a while. So very well done from both teams here.
I think that just goes to show you just how important those opening flips are. And that first offense can be the difference between being a phase ahead or a phase behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's give me a second. There we go. Yeah, the opening flip definitely can decide a game. Okay, let's see. Very nice farm from both teams. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
And beautiful defenses by Night Witches.
Yeah, very, very fast. I mean, those kills from Autumn are so helpful for that morale. And yes, we did have a prediction for game 1. With 93% for NIWIs. And even that out, like the slower damage by just having more time, because you get more morale, like you get longer offense phases. I think that pretty much compensates for the lack of damage from one of the flexes. Okay, let's see. NRN Gunslinger in the double iron X-Wing, Spoonman in an X-Wing, Sam Soren in the standard farm, half a ship in the support, and Pixel in the standard farm as well. And on the other side, JC in the support, Marine Baller in the standard TIE Bomber, Ska in a Defender here, Verisex in the TIE Bomber, and Professor Autumn in a TIE Fighter.
Oh, and a dogfight early on here between Ska and Soren.
That was incredibly quick. I barely finished talking loadouts here. We just saw Professor Autumn trying to get some picks here, and NIWIs are already on offense. Yet again, no Ion Torp here, just Ion Missiles.
Very interesting opener. We saw both dumbfires look like it landed on their targets from NIWI there.
That was incredibly quick morale that came in. And the shields are almost down. They go down on Charlie, so NIWI can start doing the damage here. We can see the TIE bombers starting.
The farm is starting to come in.
Oh, and also, JC went down. Barris X going down here as well. So no resupplies for the bombers, and that's what made Barris X struggle. So the damage.
Marine baller dunk.
And goes
and
down
go
as
the
well.
bombers.
Wow, that is an incredibly strong defense here from NRN. I doubt
Really
that.
timely catch.
Yeah, Charlie is definitely not out of phaseable for NIWIs here, so very strong defense from NRN, who now goes on offense, and we see Gunslinger trying to go in for his Torp. Let's see if it works this time. Oh, but he's dunked, and he goes down, so no Ion Torp for NRN.
But Spoonman managed to get an ion missile out.
That is something. That is something. Let's hope that they can laser these shields down quickly as the damage comes in incredibly fast from NIWI. Look at that farm. We're already at half morale in favor of NIWIs. And they still have a core of it to burn through. We are seeing Barisex trying that here, but the shields go down on the cruiser for NRN. That's the call to fall back as the Raider is burned, and also NRN struggling to get the cruiser out of phaseable here. So right now, both teams are very even up.
Both teams also having a very solid defense, not allowing an out of phase.
Yeah, that's really interesting to see. Okay. Let's see if NRN can live up to their defense attack. Yes, they can. They get a pick on JC here.
But JC did manage to get the marks off. The damage is pouring in on that Nebulon.
Even though we did see Barisex in a little bit of trouble here, that looked like some type of lag. He's also dunked now. Does he manage to get out? No, unfortunately not. That's of course crucial because those TIE bombers, they need the resupplies, and if the support goes down, of course that's tricky. Let's see what NRN is doing to defend here. They still have a Raider up, which should be enough to flip them. So
But the Raider's marked, and it has no shields, and the damage is pouring in very quickly on it.
yeah, and NIWI does have one cruiser out of phaseable, but the other is still pretty high up, so this is very, very close. A very close call between both teams.
And Ska going for the out of phase, and there it is.
There it is. Okay, let's see if NRN can put in some damage on Charlie here. Quickly enough. Yeah, that is
Gunslinger's going down.
But still the damage does come in really quickly. The morale, slowly but steady. Let's see if we can catch
And
what
it
they're...
looks like NRN is switching from Charlie to Delta, with Charlie now being out of phaseable, and there go the shields on Delta.
But NIWI is starting their Raider burn here, so that will probably be the flip in just a second.
Sam wasting no time in stripping the top turrets off of Delta. Very nicely done.
And I think they opted for just farming it out. Oh no, it was the kill on Pixel. And NIWIs are on offense now. Let's see.
Spoon going for the out of phase here, which should come in any second now. And there it goes.
There it goes. And
A very even match so far.
Yeah, it's
Both teams having completed their second offense and only just getting one frigate now.
yeah, because the flips just come in so quick. Spoonman dunking Barisex here and getting the pick again. Wow, Spoonman really lives up to those kills. Professor Autumn also very low here. Did she manage to? Oh no, she goes down as well. That will definitely slow down NIWI's offense here, with one bomber out of the game, with one flex out of the game, but still.
But NIWI showing they don't need a bomber to get the damage in. The Raider's still up, and that frigate is just hitting out of phase range now.
Oh, but with the Raider still up, oh, what? That
There
was...
goes the Raider.
I don't know. I would have thought the Raider would deny them the out of phase here, but it didn't.
Oh, and Ska goes down to those turrets.
And everyone on NIWI in a little bit of trouble here. Ska down, JC down, Marine Baller barely holding on, but managing to get into the hangar.
Will NRN be able to capitalize on that? The damage is pouring in really quickly now.
Our NIWI's going for that out of phase.
Morale is starting to kick into gear now, but looks like NRN will have the first capital ship offense of the game.
Yeah, NIWI does not appear to be going for that out of phase. Oh, never mind. And we see Gunslinger with a very high morale bar going in for a Star Destroyer. Pressuring one shield gen, and one shield gen disabled, the other one.
The other one under heavy fire, looking like it's going to drop at any second now.
Did power also go down? Did we see the support doing that from
No.
their end as well? Oh, I
They
think.
focused the shield generators this time.
Yeah, I think half a ship maybe tried it. Did see him underneath the Star Destroyer, but both shields are down for NRN. Let's see if they can defend quickly here, because NIWI in the meantime got that out of phase, got that flip, and are now heading in on the MC-75.
Marine Baller wasting no time getting in on those shield generators in that TIE bomber.
Burning through that shield gen. But a little bit of trouble here. A slight bonk going in for a second run. One shield is disabled, the other one is down, and the MC is without shields.
This may end up being a base race.
I think it might be, because the morale from NRN is coming in quickly. Oh, but as I said,
There goes power. The MC-75 in trouble now.
JC down, so no resupplies for NIWI's, but those weak spots are melting down the MC. What is NRN doing in their defense? Trying to get a pick on those bombers here. Barisex in a lot of trouble and going down.
The MC-75 is melting though. It's down to out of phaseable range now.
The MC
nine,
is at 7. Oh, are they
6.
getting it? Are they
Marine
getting
Baller
it?
staying in. Will he get it? No.
Oh, and all of NIWI goes down here. This is incredibly close.
MC-75 at 3. And we have ourselves a base race.
Wow, at 3. Let's see what NIWI's are going to do.
But NRN with a bit of an advantage at the moment with that near squad wipe on NIWI.
Yeah, and I see a lot of weak spots on that Star Destroyer that they just have to burn through. The Star Destroyer loses health incredibly quick.
Oh, and Ska going for that base race. Will he make it?
Marine Baller going in here, trying to get that MC-75 down. It's a 3. There goes a Torp. Will it Will they make it?
two,
Will they make it?
one.
It's at 1, and the Star Destroyer also so low. But
Oh,
there
there
goes
it goes.
CMC. Wow, that was incredibly close. That was incredibly close. Wow, very well played, both teams. Wow.
Wow, that was a
Did you?
very close game.
Yeah, did you catch what the Star Destroyer was at the end?
I did not, but it was low.
Wow. Look at
Uncomfortably
the
low.
damage from all teams. Wow. That is amazing. Very good farm here on both teams. An incredible amount of kills. Very PK heavy. That was such an interesting match.
Spoonman with an impressive 9-0 KDR. Very impressive. Plus nearly 80k capture damage. Whew.
Wow.
That's bringing a lot to the table. Very good game from both teams.
Very, very good. And very close here in the end. But
And very
congratulations.
impressive defenses. Both teams just
Yeah.
absolutely stopped the attack of each other more than once.
Very well played from both teams. Okay, let's see.
All right, let's see how those predictions did.
Yeah, I mean the prediction was pretty how do you say? I don't even know words anymore, but we had 200 coins coming in for NRN and the rest for NIWI. Wow, that ended up being incredibly close. Maybe NRN will be able to tell what the MC was at in the end. Marine Baller says, my heart is pumping. Stay and Help comes in with, hey, hello, welcome. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can get the teams in for interviews. I'm going to ask. And I'm very good, very well prepared. With no questions. What match is coming? Unfortunately, you're a little late. Stay and Help. We just saw NRN Rogue Alpha play NIWI Siren. It's just ended with NIWI getting a 2-0 against NRN here. Okay. Corbel, do you have access to the interview channel in
Yes, I do.
SCL? Okay, want to meet me there and then we'll wait for the team captains?
Perfect.
Okay.
Welcome, Pixel.
Hey, hey.
Hi, how's it going?
Could be better.
Could be
That
better.
was a very close game.
Incredibly
Yeah,
close.
it was.
Can you tell us what the Star Destroyer was at the end?
I had heard from one of my guys that it was at 8.
Oh no! That was such a good offense that you guys pulled off there. Incredibly strong. It was I mean, you basically attacked a full Star Destroyer. I think you got power in the phase before that, but nothing else, right? Are the shield gens as well?
We got both shield gens in our first Star Destroyer attack. Yeah, we got both shield gens, and I think we got power as well.
Oh yeah, I mean that's basically everything done. So that was still.
Well, I mean, it was basically. I mean, it was going to be an easy kill. I think the issue is we let the MC75 get down to at a phaseable, which was really the linchpin of that.
I mean, it was
game.
down at 9 when the phase flipped. So.
The MC75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is at a phaseable. I suppose targeting was down or no?
I
don't think it was.
Really sure. I'm not sure. They I mean, but still, it was so impressive because you had a full Star Destroyer and got so incredibly close there in the end. Of course, NIWI being team wiped, helping you guys out a lot.
You mean when they tried to finish off the MC75?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and we knew that they were going to come into out of phase, that it was in out of phase range, and we had, I think, 1 or 2 guys back.
Yeah, it was
just
both on the
wasn't
edge
enough.
of our seat. We had no
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
which way it was going to go. The damage was coming in so fast on that Star Destroyer. It was really beautiful to see.
Yeah.
And your defenses were amazingly quick.
Yeah, that second game especially, well, we can talk about the first game in a second, but that second game, you guys completely caught up. I mean, in the first game, we did see those incredibly quick defenses from NIWIs, but in the second game, you guys caught up to that, and you were defending so fast. Did you change anything in your strategy, or was it just NR that helped you, or what was the reason?
Farm certainly perhaps easier on NR. We had a little bit of overlap going on the farm in the first game, just bad luck.
Yeah.
But it went, yeah, well, I think it went a little smoother on the second game. I actually thought our farm game was sub our normal. What our normal's usually better. But yeah, and we got some kills. I mean, we certainly got kills.
Yeah.
Second game, I think we had 9. Spoon got 9 kills.
Let me double check.
And I think we had
Yep.
not as many on. Funnily enough, we didn't have as many on Empire, but their PK was quite good. Their objective damage was good. Especially on NR, their objective damage was quite fast. I think just they took down the flagships really well. I think that was maybe what stood out to me.
Yeah.
Was that their flagship takedowns were actually, especially the MC75, to one phase an MC75 on SCL rules now.
Yeah,
It's
it's hard.
Yeah.
But of
So
course,
it was
I mean,
probably the most impressive feat was doing that.
yeah. I mean, Professor Autumn in that A-Wing, of course, incredibly deadly in game 1. Getting picks on both of your bombers at the same time, I mean, that's basically means that the phase is lost, of course. That's such a setback when both bombers go down. But you guys held
Yeah,
up
on the
well.
opening, on that first opening, I think I was the first target. And basically, I saw that Autumn was on me, and I decided, well, I'm lined up for this pack, so I ended up taking the pack. And because I figured I was as good as dead soon anyway, because I was already down to about 40 hull. But it was to have a bomber out, and then I guess the other bomber. It is actually shows that A-Wing play is viable in fleet battles, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, did you guys expect it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone was going to bring the A-Wing, we thought Autumn would.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did have some expectation of that.
Did you practice for that? Did you have anyone scrim you with an A-Wing or something? Did you prepare in any way?
We watched Sesame Street, the episode that was about the letter A, so we got that going for us.
Okay, I mean, that probably did a lot for you.
To answer your question, no, not much more than that.
Okay. But yeah, second game really well played. First game, of course, too, but it just went a little bit unfortunate on your end. But that second game, incredibly close. It was very great to watch, so very well played.
Thank you. Yep. Good games to our opponents, and thanks for casting, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks, Pixel.
Later.
Okay. I'm just trying to get Autumn and JC in here. Oh, and there
we are. Welcome, JC.
Hello, how's it going today?
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, welcome,
good.
Autumn.
There's Autumn. Hey.
First of all, very well played, GG's, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you. That was tough.
Thanks. Yeah.
That second game, wow, ended up being so close.
Yeah, I think they got the
was
ISP down to
surprised we
about-
won it.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, even as things were exploding, because I was dead, I'm like, did we actually get it? Are you sure? Did we win?
It was incredibly close.
Yeah, and their pressure, especially in game 2, was just phenomenal. And when you can, kind of take JC a little bit out of commission, obviously, that's going to affect our whole team, because that's a support and a lot runs through there. So just kudos for them for switching up the pressure and the rotation on that, because that I thought we were toast several times during that game.
Yeah. The PK pressure on that was quite heavy. I was having to be quite evasive to knock the shot down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw Spoonman getting 9 kills in game 2, which is pretty impressive.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, the Star Destroyer was down to 8 on their end, so that was a very close call. I mean, your team was basically completely wiped out there when you were trying to out of phase, and they managed to get the Star Destroyer that was almost full. They managed to get it down so far. It was half down.
Yeah, they burned it really quick. Yeah,
that was quite impressive. But
I was scared.
we were on the edge of our seat. It was such an interesting game to watch. So
Yeah.
Well, I was having some technical difficulties there. My controller decided to quit working, so I had to do a tactical reload and throw new batteries in it about halfway through.
Oh no.
Oh, that is really unfortunate. Yeah, the technical difficulties got us here in that game with the disconnect in game 1.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
right.
Yeah, and that always tends to
That
throw
threw us
people's
off a little
rhythm
bit.
off. Yeah, for both teams usually.
It was a very impressive game to watch. I mean, the PK pressure was fantastic, and the timing and the effectiveness of those picks was really, really well done on both teams. And even you, Professor Autumn, had some really good picks where you would take out either a support or a bomber, and it just had such a tremendous impact.
Yeah, well, one of the things actually our team's been working on a lot is our coordination, both on getting the kills and who is where. So that way, we try to have someone at least, paying attention to the support, and if we're going after a bomber, so that way the support has to be thinking dodge more than repair. And so that kind of teamwork really enables those kills. And you saw it again in game 2, where this time it was NRN with the excellent teamwork between Spoonman and Gunslinger, combining for some really key kills and key pressures. Even if they didn't get JC, pressuring him, all of our bombers, and we're all like, resupply.
Yeah, everyone yelling.
There's no, but there's no resupply.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can sympathize.
So.
Now
I was say there's at least a couple. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say there's at least 1 or 2 kill cams there where after I had gotten shot down, there were two or even 3 people chasing me.
Yeah, I'm looking at the scoreboard right now again from game 2. Spoonman with his 9 kills, of course, but half a ship, 9 assists, and Gunslinger 8 assists. So that was some great teamwork on their end there.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I'll also note,
your
defenses were amazing, especially that first defense in game 1 was just textbook. It was, you got timing picks, you got the out of phase. Yeah, that was really, really beautiful to see.
Yeah, Marine was feeling it very good.
AI farming machine that first game.
Yeah, and when the AI farm is coming in, it just makes everyone's life easier on defense because one of the things, this can happen to us is sometimes we've got sped up by other teams before because we're like, oh, the morale's not coming in. I really got to get this kill,
And we start rushing.
But when that's working, it's just beautiful because it's hard to counter for the other team as despite their best effort, it was hard to counter that much AI coming in all at once.
Yeah. I think I had one more question. I don't know if I saw that right, but you did not run an Ion Torp. Or did I get that wrong?
That is correct. There was no
Yeah,
ion
we do
torp.
not have an ion torps. Yeah, we usually rely on my ion lasers and just people dumping the odd ion missile in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Particularly on, Empire, we have some options for flexes to dump an ion in here and there. And so we kind of get it piecemeal rather than putting all of our eggs in an ion torp. And I do think I managed to block one of Gunslinger's ion torps.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw that actually.
Yeah, ion torps are kind of risky in that way because if somebody blocks them, then okay, your whole ox is gone. But of course, if you get it in, they're really powerful. So it's just different styles and different choices.
Yeah.
It's just the way we roll.
Yeah, it seems to work well for us.
Well, you used it so effectively. It's all those little things, stopping a torpedo here or a timely pick in the opening flip there that just had such a tremendous impact. It made it such a beautiful game to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'd have
Thank
to
you.
agree there. Those were some really nice games to watch, especially that number 2. I mean, in game number 1, of course, the A-Wing, I think everyone could have expected you to go in the A-Wing, Professor Autumn, because that's just what you do, and that's what you do really well. So it was nice to see games not, under the usual meta. It always makes for the most interesting games, like a lot of PK, a different ship here and there. So we really enjoyed watching that.
Thanks. Glad it was fun, and I'm just glad we survived and got the win against a really good team, and going to move on to next week and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited. Who are you playing next week?
Oh goodness! Now you're going to make me look at the schedule.
Sure.
Somewhere there's a schedule.
I think
is it pinned
we
in
were
our channel?
supposed to play Huts, but they pulled out.
Yeah, we were supposed to play them this week.
Yeah, it was going to be the Hut Cartel, and I think NRD Rancor is week 4. If the schedule copy I have is still valid.
That would be me. Hi.
So hello there.
Hi.
Getting all the good tips and tricks on how to play against us. Well done.
That's my secret. That's why I became caster, so I could spy on other teams. That's
no
a joke,
counter-stratting at all.
That's a joke, of course. But I'm excited for that game.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm scared now. Let's see. Okay.
Fear the A-Wing.
Every team, no team in this conference is an easy win for anybody. I don't think.
No.
So
Challenger Division is packed. It's packed with good teams, good players. It's really, really interesting.
And a lot of the matches have been very close, which has just been so impressive to watch when they're going at it left and right, and you don't know who's going to get the out of phase or who's going to win. It makes it so much more interesting. I know it's kind of a biased caster's opinion, but it is.
Yeah, it makes for a nail biter of a game for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely if my hands weren't on the controls, I would have been chewing my nails for sure. That was an intense second game.
Definitely.
Thanks a lot also for streaming this.
It's
really awesome work.
No worries. Okay, I think that should be it for today. Again, congratulations on that win in this really, really interesting and exciting series. And thanks for stopping by for the interview.
Thank you very much for having us, and thanks for hosting.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay, take care. Have a good one.
All right. Let's see. I think, do you have anything to say, Carvalt?
No, I think that is a good place to sign off for myself. That was a fantastic match and a very well-earned victory for Night Witches.
Yeah, thank you again for stopping by so very short notice here and helping me out. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
And then to everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see if I can rate anyone that's playing Squadrons right now. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the chat. So don't leave the stream just yet. But yeah, we'll see you the next time. Bye bye.